Science is full of wonders, but science also has its own challenges that is met by individuals who are in the field of science. And science is not everything, and science is not end of anything. It is a stepping stone for technology because our
Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Tech. I am Mahek Nijjar, a teen aspirant, and today I will be interviewing a person who has riveting information about biotechnology. From being a director at Philips Research Asia to founding QuantumZyme, this man has done it all. He has been felicitated by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for the most innovative idea and is a recipient of many other accolades by the government of Karnataka, Economic Times, to name a few. He was a jury member at the Economic Times Power of Idea Business Plan Competition and at the Elevate Karnataka State Business Plan Competition. He is an avid lover of nature, animals, and is a PADI certified scuba diver. And to his count, he has almost 60 scuba dive experiences worldwide. He's not just a biotech entrepreneur, he's a mentor, a leader, and a visionary with a mission. So, today at Let's Talk Tech, let's get into his life and ask him some questions about biotechnology and QuantumZyme. So, please welcome the founder and CEO of QuantumZyme, Mr. Naveen Kulkarni.
Thank you, Mahek. I'm happy to be on this forum and look forward to our interactions. And I hope that there can be some wisdom that can be shared to all the teams there.
So, sir, to begin with the interview, I would just ask you, you have been into this field of biotechnology and biosciences for the last 2 decades. How has it been? What was the inspiration, and how did you know this was your calling?
Once upon a time, I was a teenager like you, and that's when I joined an organization called Rotaract Club of Janagar, and that's where I was first exposed to biotechnology. Quite surprisingly, I was already pursuing my graduation in microbiology, but nevertheless, it was too early for biotech in India, and that once it started, there was no looking back from there.
So, sir, gone are the days when environmental crisis was a speculation. Today, the world harangues for sustainability, conservation, preservation. So, can you please elaborate on green chemistry and how important it is, and what role does quantum zyme play in it?
When it comes to chemistry itself, any manufacturing process has chemistry in it. And in any chemical manufacturing, as you may already have guessed it, there are high temperatures, lot of toxic waste production, and also it requires metal catalysts, which are very difficult to dispose of and are hazardous to the environment, hazardous to communities across. And the solution to that is what the aims or forms the aim of green chemistry. And how does green chemistry actually matter, and how does it relate to quantum science? Well, we at Quantum Zyme deal with enzymes, and enzymes are natural catalysts. And when you use enzyme instead of a metal catalyst, a lot of other difficult steps, difficult processes are already removed. And that's how green chemistry comes into play. And we at Quantum Zyme, our vision is for a cleaner and greener earth, and our mission is to simplify complex chemistry by applying quantum mechanical based biotransformation. So it comes very naturally from what we do that we contribute towards the sustainability.
That is great to hear, and I'm really intrigued by what you do and what does Quantum Zyme do. Science and technology is as dynamic as it could get. It is ever changing, ever evolving. So, where do you see biotransformation heading in the near future as well as in the long run?
Biotransformation, I think I need to define that before even we coin the term to our viewers. Biotransformation is about converting a pure chemical reaction into an enzymatic reaction. As we know, enzymes are natural or produced by organisms or even plants and many other living organisms. What's the difference when enzymes are nothing but catalysts that they are from living organisms? What does it mean? It means that we don't have organisms that can or that require high temperature or high pressure. Means all of these complex reactions are managed or catalyzed by enzymes. So when you look back at any chemical manufacturing, when there is an enzyme that is used, it would naturally make the reaction very soft, mild reaction conditions, and will remove multiple steps that are redundant. And that is how biotransformation takes place. Now, coming back to the future of biotransformation, let me tell you, this industry of biocatalysis, biotransformation, it has been there for many, many decades. Just to give an example, there are many enzymes used when paper is being manufactured. And as we all know today, biofuels are driven by enzymatic reactions. Similarly, textiles and all of these other industries, including food, did you know that there are enzymes used to maintain food crispy? And that's what it does. So it has already been used, but now when we look at chemical reactions apart from food, textiles and many other industries, it is $1 trillion industry that is thriving today and is giving jobs to hundreds of millions of people worldwide. But it is also affecting the community and the people who work there because of the hazardous conditions. And biotransformation, it is already being accepted in all of these industries, but still there is a dearth, and it's really surprising to say that not even 1% of this $1 trillion industry needs are met, or the challenges that have been solved that are out there today. And that is where a company like Quantum Zyme, which is uniquely positioned by engineering enzymes in silico, that means computationally, or virtual lab that we have, we engineer enzymes virtually and then test it in the lab, and then that is used in the production process. So in a traditional way, the biotransformation is usually done in the lab. Lot of organisms are grown, lot of enzyme possibilities are brought up, and then they are screened, and then hundreds of thousands of enzymes are tested in the lab. And that's a tedious, expensive, time-consuming process. But the technology that Quantum Zyme has developed will allow all of this to be done in a matter of months. We are talking about 5 to 6 months. And then you can have a completely new enzyme route for a chemical manufacturing, avoiding all of those hazardous outputs that can be removed from the manufacturing process.
it takes a lot to care about others, like nature, than before ourselves. So, sir, that was actually what is sustainable development, and nobody has been talking about it a lot. So, thank you for talking about it here and talking about biotransformation and quantum time. So, coming to data sciences, it is a field which is all present and all pervasive. So, how do you think data science enables biotechnology? Is there any connection to it?
Of course, we already know when it comes to drug discovery, drug screening, preclinical, all of these different areas in biotechnology or in the drug industry, they generate lots and lots of data. And I've heard some of people here at Zummit work on lots of data, but let me tell you, we generate more than a terabyte of data per project that we work on. And that's a huge, massive data that comes out. And we cannot manage or maintain those data. Similarly, in various different industries, we have several such data in biotechnology generated. There have been efforts to consolidate, but what we see is a lot of noise and it's very hard to get any signals from them. So that is where I believe that data science, which is nothing but a lot of these statistical models, different approaches, neural networks, and many such methods are applied to sift through these enormous data and be able to identify some key valid information that can help save people, human community. And that's what I hope to get from data science in biotechnology.
Now, Let's Talk Tech is something for young, ambitious aspirants. There's this notion, discipline, which is something which teenagers are failing to grasp, especially after the lockdown when they're just at home and everything is at home. They do not have any kind of responsibility. So, do you think discipline is very important and crucial, and how one could be disciplined in their life? What is your mantra to it?
Well, many people think that science or discovery it happens by chance, but let me tell you that's not the case. Even to get to the chance or the possibility of chance, there is a lot of discipline and dedication that is required. Without a disciplined approach, without dedication, it's you will never be even near to any chance. So I definitely say that having a disciplined life, having passion to do something, these are the key elements for success, be it in science, maths, or any other profession that you take up. And no other massive changes that have been brought in any industries or anything that we do. We talk about landline telephones to mobile telephones. Today, do you know what competes with camera? You know, the usual camera, video recording, it's mobile. Today, what competes with, let's say, airplanes or air industry? Do you know what competes with that? The Zoom that we are having today competes with travel. The whole travel industry is competed by Zoom. So competition comes from various different angles that we can't even think about. But these are disruptions. And these kind of disruptions, I don't believe these are chance. These are efforts of hardworking people, smart people that have put in a disciplined approach to solve a particular problem. And that is why discipline is very important for young teenagers to imbibe at a very early age and practice certain daily routines that helps you focus and concentrate and have a determined future.
Chances will only fall at your feet when you look for them, and discipline, hard work, and perseverance is the key. My next question is quite intriguing for me because since I just graduated from high school, so I would like to ask if you were to choose someone for a job or an internship, someone who's an amateur, is not into the field, just 16, 17, or 18 years of age, and they're just entering the industry, what are the key skills you are looking for? And also, in addition to that, what one should develop in themselves to get selected for such roles?
Good question, Mahek. It's important because in any tech industry like ours, we expect a highly skilled person to be there. But that doesn't mean that we do not have people without PhDs, we do not have people without, let's say, the right qualifications still being able to excel in this field. The only reason why they do excel, or what someone like Quantum Zyme look for in people at a very early stage of their career, is a few key qualities. One, adaptability. A person should be able to adapt to the environment regardless of what they have learned during their education or during their systemic studies, and then be able to understand what are the real-time applications of what they have learned. It could be completely different than what they have done, but that adaptability is one of the key criteria. Second is, a person has to be enthusiastic and self-motivated. There are several opportunities, especially for a fresher, for an early entrant getting into industry. There are always countless opportunities that keep coming. But if the person is enthusiastic and motivated, he or she would know what to pick up and how to move on from there. And finally, third and the most important aspect, at least I would recommend to any of the young interns, young people coming on board, is communication. You need to have, in today's world, it's all about being able to communicate with people. The way you're doing an excellent discussion with me now, Mahek, the way I've seen many others doing this, it's only because they all have a very good communication. And it's not easy. It doesn't come, when you're born. But you will have to develop, you'll have to nurture it, you will have to put some efforts. The way, you asked a question earlier, disciplined approach even for communication. Writing down the points, looking at English, learning the right words, interacting, conversing with your colleagues and friends. All of these are disciplined approaches. And communication is the key differentiator between a very good person and an average person. You don't need to be very smart, very bright, or highly skilled. But a person with the right and good communication will always thrive and excel in future. So that's what I would say. That's what I would look for anybody who wants to work with quantum science.
What you have taught us today is something which books cannot, and your information and your knowledge is surpassing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for enlightening us. Is there something you would like to say before we conclude this interview?
Science is full of wonders, but science also has its own challenges that is met by individuals who are in the field of science. And science is not everything, and science is not end of anything. It is a stepping stone for technology. Because in our field, we start from science, then we convert that science into technology, and then we apply technology to solve a particular problem. So it's, again, technology is not end of everything. Do you know, or did you know, that there is an enzyme that is naturally available to degrade plastic? Well, it is there, and that is science. But now, is that enzyme usable? The application part, it is not yet usable by industries. Otherwise, we would have digested all the PET bottles, Coke bottles, Pepsi bottles by now. But unfortunately, it's not ready to be used yet. That is where a technology like quantum zyme will come in to engineer that enzyme to perform better and create a sustainable earth. And of course, there's one of the projects that we are looking at close to my heart taking it forward.
So much, sir. It was a wonderful experience, and thank you so much for giving such valuable advice as well as knowledge. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mahek. All the best for your